Hey, happy Thanksgiving,
Happy
everybody.
Thanksgiving, everybody.
It's that time of the year
I
again.
can't believe it. Where
I,
did the spring and summer go? And
I know,
I
and
just,
not only that, but like Halloween just seemed
yeah,
like
that
that was,
too.
yeah, all of a sudden it's here, it's gone, boom,
I
into
know,
Thanksgiving,
which
and
means holiday presents. And oh, golly.
well, and today it just means food, food, and more food.
Yeah.
It's,
I can't eat as much as I used to.
I always go in with
Just,
that attitude, not to eat as much, and I guess the more that we downsize a little bit with the meal, the better it is. Going back to my mother, she had more
oh my
choices
God.
that no matter how big of a plate you had, there
You
was
couldn't,
never room to
you
put
had to
everything.
go back for
You had to
seconds
go
for
back a second
food
time.
because you couldn't, yeah, you couldn't fit it all on. And
The first time you'd get the hot turkey and you'd
yeah.
get the some gravy and some stuffing and the green bean casserole and stuff.
And
But
Jello mold.
yeah, but you
Jello
couldn't put the Jello mold on the same plate with the hot turkey
mold. Because it,
because the Jello mold would melt.
yeah,
And you didn't have a separate
that's
plate.
true.
So I used to wait and get the Jello mold on the
You got the
second.
cold things together.
Exactly,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
But you had to have your hot things first while they were hot, and then go back for the cold things. And I always liked the Jello mold and the other casseroles and things like that first. But anyway. I'm sure you know what we're talking about because you probably go through the same
Let's see.
thing with your family. Uh, no, one thing I like the dinner rolls. Used to love the dinner rolls. My mom used to make the crescent type rolls, and you'd go through two or three of those, and that would fill you up, and you didn't have room for the other stuff.
Or dessert.
Hmm.
Or dessert.
Oh,
Which
there was
was
always room for dessert,
unbelievable. Well, yeah.
and
Like
the
Jello.
and the desserts. You also had a pumpkin pie, and you had apple pie, and you had cookies, and you had some kind of uh, my mother used to make the hello dollies, and I mean there was all that kind of stuff.
It
You
was different. There were a lot of people. There were people that maybe didn't have a
know,
place to
you
go.
could get up to
Your
25
mom
people or
was,
so,
yeah, your mom was fabulous about that, inviting anyone and everyone.
and the parent and
Um,
the adults were in the dining room, crammed in the dining room, and the
Creamed,
kids
yeah.
kids were in the living room. We set
I
up card
remember.
tables.
I remember even being in the TV, what they called the TV room back then.
Yeah, with the
Um,
folding TV table.
yeah, yeah. And it was a great time. The only the only thing is now it's different because we just
Families,
everyone has passed away, let's be
well, that's
honest.
true, and
And
families have scattered.
scattered, yeah. And
Uh,
so
you
we
know,
don't have everyone.
yeah, back then my parents were in the Midwest. We were in the Midwest. My sister was in the Midwest.
Yeah,
It was a little bit more
yeah,
localized. Then when everybody started moving all over the country, it was hard. One year you'd go one place, and another year you go another place. Today, we've got our son here in Texas. If our daughter was available, she would probably join us, but she's off in
gallivanting.
Europe or
Yeah,
in Asia
yeah.
someplace. Uh, I hope you're having a good time and having turkey.
No, she's not having turkey because
No,
she does not like turkey.
oh,
So she's very happy to be away Thanksgiving.
I got into a thread. I don't. This is a sidebar. Got into a thread of people that posted. What's your favorite meal for Thanksgiving?
Hmm.
And the first half a dozen people say, well, turkey and gravy and
Hmm.
dressing, and of course. And some people came back and said that they just don't like turkey. So
Well,
somebody else said she's making meatloaf, but it wasn't the same.
interesting.
So I commented, why don't you make your meatloaf in the shape of a turkey? And there were,
What?
yeah, shape the meatloaf in the shape of a turkey.
You gotta have an awfully big meatloaf.
You can mold them, but you can mold a meatloaf to look like
No,
a
you could.
look like a
It
turkey.
has to be a big one.
And all of a sudden, there were like half a dozen people who said, "Now that's a great idea." So I wondered
Only
maybe,
you,
well,
Stuart.
so next year maybe you may find that frozen, meatloaf turkey.
Oh, you're too funny.
But
But and you know what you didn't mention? That's
what?
always was always part of Thanksgiving was cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
Well,
You loved it.
but I mean, even my mother didn't make homemade cranberry sauce. It came out of a can. You took it directly out of the can, put it on a little serving dish, and then cut it into slices. And I mean, it was good. And I remember growing up, but then I had an aunt
Mhm.
who used to make fresh cranberry sauce with orange peel, orange zest, and real cranberries and sugar, and it was absolutely the best. And even to this day, if there's cranberry sauce, especially a more homemade variety, I'll take one nice slice of turkey and I will pile on
The
the
cranberry.
cranberry sauce
Yeah,
because
it's not my
I
favorite.
love that, and
Yeah.
we also modify our plate a little bit. I don't take as much stuffing, although when we go to our son and daughter-in-law's house, they usually have, like my mother did. My mother used to put stuffing in the bird,
Hmm.
and then you also had the
The bowl of
the
stuffing.
the bowl of stuffing, which was what was the brand name? The
Stovetop.
stovetop stuffing. So you always
Which
had
I
your
like.
choice of stovetop stuffing, but the stuffing that was in the bird was moist and delicious, and I used to gravitate that way. But green bean casseroles,
That's my daughter-in-law's.
yeah,
She's
and
very good at it.
yep, and you've made sweet potato
I do the sweet
casserole
potatoes
this
with
year.
the marshmallows on top.
Yep,
They always ask for that.
and as soon as you put it as soon as you put it on the table, our grandson reaches right in there to grab the
He
marshmallows.
does. He does.
And it's sticky as can
It
be.
is, but it's good.
But that's part of the holiday. Uh,
Yeah, we've talked about maybe going away on Thanksgiving. I don't know why we're thinking about going away on Thanksgiving,
well,
but
I
then we just can't. I just,
we would if everybody else was going someplace else, but
yeah.
one year we have it at our house, and one year we usually have it at Jeremy's house. But that's part of the tradition. I do remember growing up, and then, of course, for almost 20 years, you'd sit down at that meal, and for some reason, while you're enjoying your meal, all you could think about was the next day was Black Friday. We had to go to work. You had to open up the store. You were going to be open. That was the start of extended hours. You knew you were going to be busy. You had already been working a whole week getting your sales prepared and your special, and you knew what was on the other side of that door from Thanksgiving.
I think one year we even opened up at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning rather than the 10 o'clock mall time. Um,
But that's when,
it
remember,
was,
like Kmart used to open at midnight
yes,
on Thanksgiving Day and be open all night long to get those early bird specials.
yeah,
And the malls
they did.
then went along with some of
They
that
did
because they didn't want to lose
lose
money.
any. Yeah.
So the major malls would start telling everybody you had to open your store like 8 o'clock in the morning and stay open until 10 o'clock at
It
night.
was a real downer, I have to say,
So
for
yeah,
Thanksgiving. I mean, it was that I don't miss. I
no.
don't miss that part of
And
it.
those were also the days where it wasn't not only Friday, but it was Saturday and Sunday, and even it would extend into Monday
We did,
to a certain degree. Then somebody had the great idea of calling Friday Black Friday, and that was when everybody would run to grab the specials at the stores. Then they designated Saturday as Small Business Saturday. Sunday was Cyber Sunday. You were
right.
supposed to then go, now you go online and you buy the deals online on Sunday. Uh,
Now with cyber, they were doing it a week or two before Christmas. I was
well,
seeing it online.
everybody jumps the gun now because, for the last
Yeah.
week, you go online and everybody's got their Black Friday sales on the Monday before Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, because everybody needs the business. It's not that fabulous.
Yeah.
It's not like it was.
And it's kind of hard to compare all of what everybody's offering and knowing exactly what to do. And unfortunately, and I feel badly for the independent small retailers, is that everybody's using the computer now. to
No,
buy.
I know.
To there are those
Well,
traditionalists that love to get into the crowd at the mall
my nieces
on
do.
the Friday. Yeah, to be
Yeah.
part of that.
They're there 3 a.m.,
Oh,
3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and they're shopping until middle of the
yeah,
afternoon.
been there, done that.
Yeah. But the thing is, a lot of the stores now, whatever stores are left, because a lot of them have gone out of business.
Especially the major
Yeah, but
tenants.
they don't have the stock like they used to. So to me, you're almost forced to go online because it's just
But
not in the stores all the
yeah,
time.
but I mean, do you find that they actually have things in the store to entice people to come to the store that's different than what you can buy online from
No.
that same store?
No. So you figure you might as well. Although, like my nieces who are young,
Yeah,
I mean, that's their fun time to be together and to go out. I mean, that's, they're making their memories of going out and shopping that way.
yeah.
But no, it's not anything different.
Well, and then there's
So,
another aspect to this day that is extremely important. Football.
gotta have some football.
And I mean, while everybody, you always used to eat, and a lot of the games start at noon. There's usually games at noon, there's games at 3, and then there's games in the evening. Uh, so you used to have you would start your meal sometimes at 1:30, halftime. Everybody grab a plate, sat down at the table, and you start to eat, and the guys are all looking at their watches. Oh, halftime's going to be over pretty soon.
Yeah.
Unless it was a blowout. In the first half, if one team was like 25, 30 points ahead of the other one, yeah, you'd sit. But if it was a close game, you had to
But
get
your mom did Thanksgiving as a dinner. It wasn't in the afternoon. It
it
was
was
more of a 5 o'clock, 5:30.
well, it was after the first game, or even sometimes the
Yes.
second game.
And now our daughter-in-law, and I understand where she's coming from. She is working the next day, so she does want to clean up earlier. And we've gotten to the point we don't like to go to bed with such a full stomach. So we get together now earlier, more like 4 o'clock, and have our meal at 4:30. So right
Yeah.
after we're done here, we're gonna
Well, either
take
that, or
off for
yeah,
dinner.
yeah. But going along with what you said, you have your dinner at 4:30. But
Mhm.
if you're still sitting on the couch watching the football game with the family and all, that's when you have your plate of desserts. You sit down and you watch the game with you just a little. I'll have a slice of the pumpkin pie and the apple pie. Put some ice cream on top of it, a couple of cookies on the side.
I'm glad I got the ice cream
Yeah,
because you
yeah,
still like ice cream on your apple pie.
yeah.
Kristen and I were not so much, so I almost didn't get the ice cream this
Well,
year.
it's like
So,
only at Thanksgiving do I like whipped cream on my pumpkin pie.
really?
Yeah, and you got to
I
get the
never knew
you
that
got
in
to
all
get
these
the
years.
original ready whip. Oh, and then in the mouth
Guess
too.
what?
You didn't get
I
the
hate to
whipped
tell
cream.
you, no, didn't
Well,
get that.
oh well,
Maybe she did because she's doing the
yeah.
pumpkin
Or
pie.
you modify. You know,
Oh,
so,
I never knew you liked it that much.
but that's like the tradition. That's like eating candy corn once a year on Halloween. It's
Saying you eating the whipped cream, I thought because you don't like the whipped cream on other things.
well, but that's about the only thing that you put whipped cream on is pies.
I make
Oh,
I make
strawberry shortcake.
Yes, and I
Strawberry
make a
shortcake in the
pudding
winter.
pie, and
That's true. Yeah.
I don't think you really get off on having the whipped cream on that.
Well, that's
It's
because I'm on a diet.
oh yeah, right,
I'm watching my weight, so
right,
I cut out the whipped cream.
for just that.
Yeah, yeah. I'll take some more stuffing, please. But
Well,
Thanksgiving
it
it's a gastronomic
it truly
tragedy.
is. It truly
Most of that. And you always go in with the idea, I'm going to modify this year. I'm going to take it easy.
never worked.
And you're usually going to walk out with a few containers full of food anyway to have another day. So, you eat in moderation, but
But
there's
it looks
just
so
some,
good and so much of it.
our
I'll just
eyes
go back.
always become bigger.
Yeah, I'll just go back for a little bit more.
Yeah. And I'm sure that people watching and listening have been down this road too.
Yeah.
Just give me just a little slice of pie, just a little bit. Then you hand the plate back. Say,
Just a
Just
little
a
bit
little
more.
bit more. Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah, but you do that with everything. You get a little bit of the stuffing, you say, "Oh, this is good. I'm going to go back for more." I have found myself over the years, I used to get, three or four pieces of turkey with the gravy and the cranberry. Now I get down to maybe one or two slices
Mhm.
because I know I'm going to take home a foil packet full of turkey and all and have sandwiches for the next week.
That's true.
But
Well,
that's what Thanksgiving is all about.
yeah, I think we didn't have breakfast. We're like waiting for
Yeah,
this. So we're going to be ready in the
yeah.
next couple hours.
Honestly, I can't wait for it. And are
I
you?
can't wait to be with the family too. I
That's
love
it
it.
too. And
Yeah.
and I don't know about you, but we used to go around the table and everybody would take a moment to say what they were thankful for every year. I mean,
Mhm.
sometimes it gets a little boring. And if you got 25 people, that holds up the dinner
And
a
then
little
there's our
bit.
grandson. Is it time yet?
Yeah.
There we go. And the face, it's just like, just get this over with.
Right. Yeah. Can we move on? Or when the pumpkin pie comes out with the whipped cream and there is a finger slashed through the whipped cream and all you wonder, Liam.
Couldn't you have
Yeah.
just smoothed it over?
Yeah. I tried. Well,
Well, we wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving.
absolutely. Go out and and if you're with your family, have a great, great time. And if you're by yourself, we hope you have a great time too. So happy Thanksgiving to everybody and to you too.
Thank you, you
Okay,
too.
bye.
Bye.